NCP political party for the purpose of deciding the present disqualification petitions. The other issue framed for my consideration in this group of disqualification petitions is whether the respondents have incurred disqualification in terms of paragraph 2(1)(a) of the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India on account of their alleged acts, omissions and/or conduct. So we'll go to the analysis, observations and the findings with regards to which amongst the two factions is the real NCP political party for the purpose of deciding the present disqualification petition. In view of the fact that in the present matter rival factions have emerged and both the factions claim to be the real political party, read with the law laid down by the Honorable Supreme Court in Subhash Desai Supra, stipulating that this forum should prima facie determine who the political party is for the purposes of adjudicating disqualification petitions. If two or more factions claim to be that political party, it is necessary to consider and determine the preliminary issue before examining the merits of these disqualification petitions. Principles laid down by the Honorable Supreme Court in Subhash Desai relevant for the purpose of determining who the political party is. I am not reading out all the contents of the Subhash Desai which we have referred to and relied upon. I will straight away go to my observations. Thus, what emerges from the principles laid down by the Honorable Apex Court is that the question of who the real political party is has to be considered and determined after giving due weightage to 1. The constitution of the political party, 2. The leadership structure of the party, and 3. The legislative majority if two or more factions claim to be the real political party. The question as to who the real political party is hereinafter referred to as the preliminary issue. Since in these proceedings both the factions are claiming to be the real political party at the relevant point of time, and as the said issue arose for determination in these proceedings on 16 January 2024, the said preliminary issue was also framed as one of the issues in these disqualification petitions, thereby affording an opportunity to the parties to make their submissions on this point. I proceed to consider and adjudicate on this. I would be adjudicating the said preliminary issue based on 1. The principles laid down by the Honorable Apex Court, 2. Record available with the Maharashtra Legislature Secretariat, and 3. Submissions made and documents referred to by the parties during the course of the hearing in these disqualification petitions. Petitioner's submissions on the preliminary issue, I am not going to go into reading those submissions again. They are a part of my order which you can refer to. There are also observations with regards to the respondent submissions on the preliminary issue, which also are there in my order, which I wouldn't be reading out at this point of time. Analysis, observations and conclusions on the preliminary issue. As recorded earlier, the decision of the preliminary issue has to be taken after careful analysis of 1. The constitution of the NCP, 2. The leadership structure of NCP, and 3. The legislative majority. After having heard both the sides on the above aspects, I now propose to proceed to record my observations and findings on the preliminary issue. In the present matter, there is no dispute as to the relevant NCP constitution. Both the parties have placed reliance on the constitution and rules annexed as Annexure R1 and R2 to the reply filed by the respondents. The said constitution of the NCP and rules are hereinafter referred to as the NCP constitution and NCP rules. On 30th June 2023, a resolution was passed by 41 legislators of the NCP electing Shri Ajit Pawar as the president of NCP. A dispute under paragraph 15 of the symbol order was also preferred by the Ajit Pawar faction before the Election Commission of India. Sharad Pawar faction objected to the resolution dated 30th June 2023 and executed affidavits in support of the leadership of Shri Sharad Pawar, which were filed before the Election Commission of India. Thus, it is abundantly clear that two rival factions had emerged in the NCP on 30th June 2023 itself. Hence, the relevant date on which two factions emerged in NCP is 30th June 2023. As recorded earlier, there is no dispute about the relevant constitution of the party. Thus, the said NCP constitution is taken into account for identifying the leadership structure of the NCP. Since there is no factual consensus on what or who constitutes the relevant leadership structure which has to be taken into consideration, it is necessary to peruse the NCP constitution so as to identify the leadership structure provided for in the constitution and consequently examine the leadership structure put forth by both the sides. Article 5 of the NCP constitution, read with NCP rules, provides for a vertical organizational structure which consists of unit committee, city division committee, area committee, town committee, panchayat committee, constituency committee, district committee, regional committee, union territory committee, state committee, working committee and national committee. Each committee at the bottom level acts as the feeder cadre for electing the next immediate higher committee. Article 12 of the NCP constitution provides that the state committee shall consist of delegates elected from the constituency block committee. Further, NCP constitution provides that all members of the state committee shall be delegates entitled to vote in the